One of the most anticipated debuts in recent auto show memory has to be the unveiling of the new 2020 Toyota Supra. Styling certainly has a family resemblance of past Toyota sports cars, especially the last generation model. The new 5th generation Supra is powered by a 335 horsepower turbocharged straight 6-cylinder engine. It's also paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission. Toyota says this powertrain combination will propel the new Supra to 0 to 60 in 4.1 seconds. I mean, that's Chevrolet Corvette and Porsche 911 territory. Car enthusiasts will love that Toyota's goal was to give the new Supra a low center of gravity and a 50-50 front-to-rear weight balance, which will very likely enhance the car's driving characteristics. So automotive enthusiasts might be slightly put off that the new Supra is not going to be available right now with a manual transmission, but at least it stays rear-wheel drive. And with the Toyota 86, the company knows a thing or two about rear-wheel drive. Inside, there are premium touches like heated leather seats. The top trim gets an 8.8-inch touchscreen display with navigation, rotary touch controller, as well as Apple CarPlay, but no Android Auto. In recent Toyota tradition, forward collision warning and automatic emergency braking are standard. Certainly on paper, the new Supra seems fast, but we'll have to drive it to see just how furious it really is. The 2020 Supra goes on sale in the summer of 2019. For more on sports cars, check out consumerreports.org.
The 2020 Ford Explorer might not look all that different, but underneath the mildly restyled body is an all-new rear-wheel drive platform. But as before, the Explorer will still be available with all-wheel drive. The Explorer's base 4-cylinder turbo engine has an additional 20 horsepower over the current model, bringing it to an even 300, and is mated to a 10-speed automatic transmission. When equipped with a trailer package, the 4-cylinder can tow up to 5,300 pounds, a huge increase over the previous 3,000-pound limit. For the first time ever, there will be an Explorer Hybrid too. It produces 318 horsepower and can tow up to 5,000 pounds. For those more focused on speed than fuel economy, there will also be an Explorer ST model. Its 400 horsepower EcoBoost V6 makes it the most powerful and fastest Explorer ever built, according to Ford. The all-new cabin is more elegant than it is flashy, although there is plenty of high-tech equipment included. The instrument cluster in front of the driver is all digital rather than using analog gauges. The infotainment touchscreen is an 8-inch setup on the base model and is Android Auto and Apple CarPlay compatible. A 10.1-inch screen is optional, looking like an Apple iPad standing vertically. If you're hopping into the third row, you'll appreciate that the second row seats can slide forward to make access easier. The Explorer will come standard with a full suite of safety features known as Ford Co-Pilot 360. This includes forward collision warning, automatic emergency braking with pedestrian detection, and blind spot warning. Even though the current Explorer has a quiet and roomy interior, it trails the competition in our ratings, lacking the handling agility and fuel economy of most rivals. We'll find out if this all-new model turns things around for the Explorer when we add one to our test program. For more on mid-sized SUVs, check out consumerreports.org.
If you're in the market for an affordable all-wheel drive sedan, the Subaru Legacy is one of the only games in town. This is the redesigned 2020 Subaru Legacy. While a good performer in CR's tests, the Legacy is often overshadowed in a sea of Toyota Camrys and Honda Accords. One of the hallmarks of past Legacies is excellent visibility. The redesigned Legacy has thin roof pillars and good glass area all around. From our initial look, it's clear that Subaru paid a lot of attention to fine interior details. The Legacy is available with an enormous 11.6-inch infotainment touchscreen, the largest ever in a Subaru. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are standard. Subaru has a well-deserved reputation for offering a lot of safety equipment. We're pleased to see that forward collision warning and automatic emergency braking come standard on all models. The Legacy used to be offered with a smooth 6-cylinder engine, but now just 2 4-cylinder models are offered, although one is turbocharged, a 2.4-liter that puts out 260 horsepower. There's also a 182 horsepower 2.5-liter 4-cylinder. Both are hooked up to a continuously variable transmission, and all-wheel drive is standard. The redesigned Legacy goes on sale this fall. We look forward to buying our own test model to see how Subaru updated this often underappreciated car. For more on sedans, check out consumerreports.org.
The redesigned 2020 Hyundai Sonata has a unique new look and cutting-edge technology that just might make this sedan stand out in a world of SUVs. The new Sonata's exterior is unmistakably sleek and modern. Perhaps the most unique feature is what Hyundai calls hidden lighting lamps, which surround the headlights and extend up the hood. Although they glow when the car is on, they look like chrome trim when the car is turned off. We've always liked Hyundai's clean, straightforward cabins, and it's a good thing the new Sonata doesn't stray too far from those design principles. An 8-inch touchscreen with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay comes standard. A panoramic sunroof, wireless smartphone charging, heated and cooled front seats, and a premium sound system are optional. Buyers will have two new 4-cylinder engines to choose from, a 2.5-liter rated at 191 horsepower or a 1.6-liter turbo rated at 180 horsepower. An 8-speed transmission is the only choice, and it replaces the 6- and 7-speed transmissions that were available on the previous Sonata. Standard advanced safety features include automatic emergency braking with pedestrian detection, blind spot warning, lane centering, and rear cross-traffic warning with rear automatic emergency braking. Sedans are fading in popularity, so it's a particularly bold move from Hyundai to give the Sonata such a dramatic new look. We expect the new features that debuted on the Sonata will make it to other Hyundai models in the near future, and we'll be testing all that new technology and trying out the new powertrains as soon as we buy our own Sonata. To learn more about sedans, check out consumerreports.org. Mercedes-Benz added length, interior space, luxury, and comfort to its GLS SUV. Its sleeker appearance is because the SUV is literally more streamlined for improved aerodynamics. Mercedes says an optional active suspension will scan road surfaces and make improvements to adjust handling as needed. The massive SUV comes with either 7 or 6 luxury captain's chairs, and Mercedes says the third row will seat people up to 6 foot 4 inches tall comfortably. In addition to luxurious materials, the interior also gets a giant panoramic sunroof, and backseat passengers get a tablet to control climate and entertainment. Up front, there's touchscreens and the latest version of Mercedes' M-Bucks infotainment system. The GLS comes standard with a 6-cylinder engine. A V8 with a mild hybrid system is optional. The usual complement of advanced safety features come standard, as do some unique ones. For instance, pre-safe sound is designed to reduce hearing loss from a crash. The GLS is also future-proofed with the equipment necessary for vehicles and infrastructure to communicate with each other someday. Optional driver assistance features include a lane change assist and a system that can automatically steer to avoid hitting a pedestrian. The GLS has been a strong competitor among full-size luxury SUVs. We look forward to buying the latest version and then putting it through our testing process to see just how it stacks up against new models like the BMW X7. For more on luxury full-size SUVs, check out consumerreports.org.
The 2020 Toyota Highlander features revised powertrains, a more comprehensive infotainment system, and a robust level of standard advanced safety gear. This 4th-generation model has sleeker, more aerodynamic styling, which Toyota says aids fuel economy and reduces wind noise. It's also about 2.5 inches longer, mostly benefiting cargo space. The Highlander will be offered with 2 powertrains, a conventional 295 horsepower V6 and a 240 horsepower hybrid 4-cylinder. The hybrid powertrain is said to deliver an EPA-estimated 34 mpg combined. For the first time, the Highlander Hybrid will be offered in both front and all-wheel drive versions. Toyota has stepped up its infotainment game with the new Highlander. All versions come with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay compatibility. The 3-row Highlander can be configured to seat 7 or 8 passengers. Standard advanced safety and driver assist features include forward collision warning, automatic emergency braking with pedestrian detection, lane departure warning, lane keeping assist, adaptive cruise control, and the ability to read road signs. The Highlander has long been a strong performer in CR's testing, combining a comfortable ride with responsive handling and generous interior space. But rivals with more advanced infotainment systems and nicer interiors have caught up. We'll find out if this new Highlander can regain the top spot in the segment when we buy one of our own for CR's test fleet. The new Highlander goes on sale in December, with the hybrid version following in February 2020. For more on mid-sized SUVs, check out consumerreports.org. 2020 Corsair is Lincoln's all-new luxury compact SUV, replacing the outgoing MKC. But this is more than just a name change. The Corsair has been fully redesigned with distinctive bodywork, a luxurious, high-fashion interior, plenty of standard advanced safety features, and a plug-in hybrid will be part of the model mix. Besides the plug-in hybrid, the Corsair will feature 2 available 4-cylinder turbo engines, both with largely unchanged power levels from the outgoing MKC. The base 2-liter engine makes 250 horsepower, and the up-level 2.3-liter produces 280 horsepower. An 8-speed automatic transmission replaces the previous 6-speed. It's too early for EPA fuel economy numbers, but we do know that the Corsair's gas tank has been increased by almost 1 gallon. That should help address the short cruising range we found when we tested the MKC with the 2.3-liter engine, which wasn't helped by that model's less than stellar fuel economy. The Corsair's slightly larger interior features plenty of chrome trim, a tablet-like infotainment screen jutting straight up from the dashboard, and a center stack that appears to be floating in air. The Corsair also uses a push-button gear selector positioned at the top of the center stack, a setup that we found unintuitive on other Lincolns. All Corsairs will come standard with forward collision warning, automatic emergency braking with pedestrian detection, blind spot warning, and rear cross traffic warning. We can see that the new Corsair has flair, but will it have the substance to better compete with the German and Japanese segment leaders? We'll have that answer for you this fall when we buy a Corsair of our own and put it through its paces at our auto test center in Connecticut. For more on luxury compact SUVs, check out consumerreports.org. 2020 Ford Escape is highlighted by curvier bodywork, plenty of high-tech interior features, and a choice of 4 drivetrains, including 2 hybrids. An all-new Escape couldn't come at a better time. Although the last Escape we tested was one of the sportiest driving SUVs in the segment, fuel economy from its turbocharged engines lagged behind top competitors, and some important advanced safety features weren't available. The base Escape engine will be a 1.5-liter 3-cylinder turbo that makes 180 horsepower, which is about what the last base 4-cylinder produced. As before, the up-level engine will be a 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo. The new Escape is slightly longer, lower, and wider than the outgoing model, and brings with it an increase in passenger space. It does feel a little bit roomier in here, and we especially like that the center console isn't as confining as before. The Escape hybrids are bound to be the choice for buyers looking for a fuel economy advantage, although EPA ratings haven't been released yet. Ford says the plug-in hybrid has an estimated electric-only driving range of 30 miles, which could prove handy for folks with shorter commutes. Non-hybrid Escapes have sliding second-row seats. Pushing the seat all the way back gives best-in-class second-row legroom, according to Ford. All Escapes except the base model get an 8-inch touchscreen mounted high in the dashboard, which includes Ford's intuitive and quick-responding Sync 3 infotainment system that is compatible with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. A suite of advanced safety systems will come standard, including forward collision warning, automatic emergency braking with pedestrian detection, blind spot warning, rear cross traffic warning, and lane keeping assist. We'll be buying an Escape for the CR test fleet as soon as they go on sale in the fall. For more on compact SUVs, check out consumerreports.org.
The Michigan-built CT5 ushers in a new generation of Cadillac sedans. The CT5 is a bit shorter than the existing CTS, but it's also about 2 inches wider. It's a very slight shift, and it gives the CT5 a new look, so it can compete against smaller luxury sedans but still stay recognizable as a Cadillac. The CT5's exterior is dressed up with either bright or dark accents depending upon which trim you choose. Even with its sloping fastback treatment at the rear, though, the CT5 still has a slightly smaller trunk than the CTS. Inside, the CT5's 5-passenger interior resembles the cabins in other modern Cadillacs, and the control layout, including the gear selector, is similar to what you'd find in the XT4 SUV. A confusing infotainment system was one of our biggest complaints about the old CTS, so it's good to see some improvement here. The CT5 comes standard with a 237 horsepower, 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. A more powerful twin-turbo V6 is also available. A full complement of advanced safety systems, including low-speed automatic emergency braking, comes standard. Super Cruise, the partially automated driving system, will be available on select versions of the CT5 in the calendar year 2020. While no car available today is self-driving, we think Super Cruise does a better job than similar systems at making sure the driver is paying attention and the car is operated safely. When CR tested the Cadillac CTS, we said it was one of the sportiest cars in the midsize luxury class. And when we buy and test a CT5, we'll find out if it lives up to that reputation. To learn more about compact and midsize luxury cars, check out consumerreports.org.
This is the new 6th generation 2020 Subaru Outback. The Outback has always been an SUV alternative, consistently delivering the ride and handling of a car. The news for 2020 is that no more 6-cylinder engine will be offered. Instead, 2 4-cylinders will be available. The top engine will be a 260 horsepower 2.4-liter turbo. The base engine is 182 horsepower 2.5 liter. Both are hooked up to a continuously variable transmission and standard all-wheel drive. Subaru says that models of the 2.4 liter can tow up to 3,500 pounds. We're pleased to see that the 2020 Outback comes standard with important safety features, such as forward collision warning and automatic emergency braking. Blind spot warning is optional. The styling of the new Outback might look familiar to Subaru fans, but it's inside where you'll really notice the difference. The Outback's elevated ride height makes this car easy to get in and out of. Top trim models have a lot of fine interior details, including soft touch materials and exposed stitching. Also available is an 11.6-inch infotainment touchscreen, the largest ever in a Subaru. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are standard. The Outback has always offered a generous cargo area, and a power liftgate is available. The Outback has always done well in Consumer Reports tests and is very popular with Consumer Reports members. We look forward to buying and testing a new model when it goes on sale this fall. For more on SUVs, check out consumerreports.org.